Artificial intelligence and data science have become integral to our society today. Its power and influence have been overwhelming. What recent societal developments have shown is the need for developments in artificial intelligence, combined with the impact on and impact from human behavior. In order to achieve this across multiple sectors in society, collaborations across knowledge institutions, industry, and governmental organizations are essential. As one of the first projects within Mind Labs, the MasterMinds project kicked off 4 years ago and is now completed. The MasterMinds project consists of 5 innovative research projects in which 15 partners work together to develop breakthroughs with interactive AI-related technologies such as serious gaming, virtual reality, data science, and avatars. In this video, we will go over each project and look at their processes, key outcomes, as well as a quick peek into the future. Together with the Port of Rotterdam and the Barn, we're using a serious game to explore sustainable business models and green energy solutions, shaping the future of the industry.
My name is Maurits van Schuilenburg. I work for Havenbedrijf Rotterdam, in English Port of Rotterdam Authority. The Port of Rotterdam is the biggest port in Europe. It's some 460 million tons throughput each year, where we are responsible for the safety of the shipping. We're as a port now in the transition from a fossil-based port to a CO2 neutral port. That's a large transition. And quite some questions are coming up to us, especially the use of space, how to accommodate new businesses and energy transition, and also having enough income to be able to invest. So that are real life dilemmas also for us.
My name is Bas van Nuland and I'm one of the founders of The Barn. We are a serious game development company based in Delft.
A serious game is a game, but with a purpose. So either it's teaching or convincing or research, could be anything, but there's more than just entertainment value in it.
What is relevant for serious game is that they are simulations. So people learn specific patterns in real life and they apply them to similar situations. So if we create a serious game that is similar enough to what occurs in real life, then we will get a safe environment when we can experiment with the decisions, but also study specific decisions.
The Sustainable Port has been developed prior to this project as a board game, and it's a game about how to develop a port looking at the future and trying to achieve some sustainable goals.
Our research question focused on studying expertise, looking at physiological data, so your body reaction to the task, but also the decision you made in the game. And we first started studying common games that are used for entertainment, such as Tetris or Hearthstone, and then we evaluate if similar physiological pattern or similar way of making decision can emerge in serious game as well, where we study expertise obtained in real life.
The idea is to see if there's a difference between how experts play it versus, for example, students, and to see if experts are able to play the game better, at least score higher according to the game rules. With things like eye blinks, you can measure whether people feel comfortable or whether they are able to use their prior expertise when making decisions. And we really saw that the experts were better at playing the game, and it aligned with their actual job.
It's good that they scored better than the average student, because I think we have more feeling for the balance that is needed in the coming years.
It was really fun to work together with Gianluca. They made us feel very, very welcome in the project. They involved us in what they did, and the decisions they made, and how we could contribute to that.
It went very well. We had a good contacts with them, and our input was well used. And we're quite happy with the results. So quite a success, I should say, this cooperation.
Wat is de meerwaarde van virtual reality bij het trainen van een piloot? Mijn naam is Ted Meeuwsen en ik ben werkzaam bij het Centrum voor Mens en Luchtvaart. Op de achtergrond zie je Desdemona, de meest geavanceerde simulator die er is in de wereld. En je kan daadwerkelijk in deze simulator een helikopter vliegen of een jachtvliegtuig vliegen. Het voelt identiek. Op het moment dat je in deze simulator zit, dan kan je versnellen, vertragen, dus je hebt G-krachten. Maar je kan ook elke beweging maken die je zou willen. Je zou dus ook op de kop kunnen vliegen. Ervaring is, zoals wij dat noemen, 1 op 1. Maar ja, het is natuurlijk heel beperkt toegankelijk. Er kan 1 vlieger in het apparaat per keer. Het meest ideale is dat je op een relatief simpele stoel, zittend met een virtual reality bril op, gewoon een groot deel van deze training kan benaderen.
Multisim ontwikkelt slimme software om virtueel in de lucht, op land en op zee te kunnen trainen onder moeilijke omstandigheden. Voor de luchtmacht ontwikkelen wij virtual reality vliegsimulatie. We werken met Mindlabs en de luchtmacht samen in een project waarin we uitzoeken hoe we het vliegen zo natuurgetrouw mogelijk kunnen maken in een VR-omgeving, zodat de VR-training een effectieve aanvulling wordt in de opleiding van piloten. Wij kijken niet alleen naar het realisme van de visuele omgeving en de vliegtuigmodellen. Wij willen in dit project ook kijken naar de rol van biofeedback, zoals fysieke beweging en interactie. Oftewel, wat moeten we ontwikkelen om te zorgen dat piloten in de VR-simulator vergelijkbare lichamelijke reacties hebben als in de lucht?
My subproject is about the creation of a neuro-adaptive flight simulation, which means that we want a virtual reality flight simulation to adapt to a user's brain activity. So one of our partners is the Royal Netherlands Air Force, and we collaborated in a sense that they gave us test subjects. So we used military pilots as our test subjects. We also have Multisim BV as a collaborator. They provided us with the virtual reality flight simulations, and we have collaborated quite intensively to make these new adaptive systems work. So our project consisted of a couple of sub-questions. One was about the effectiveness of VR in comparison to desktop simulation. Then there is the sub-question of can we use a user's brain activity to predict their mental state? Another sub-question is focused on the social dynamics between an instructor and a student pilot. And then the last sub-question is really focused on the creation of this adaptive system, a system that adapts to a user's brain activity. I am most proud of the way that we collaborated to create this neuro-adaptive system. I could not have done it without the input of our collaborators. So I'm really proud that we created the system and it worked. And now we're just trying to test and validate the system. And it's just something that I'm very proud of.
Together with partners like Actemium and Morel, we're uncovering what works best to prepare the next generation of workers, bringing efficiency and innovation to the forefront.
My name is Luc Schepers. I'm Project Lead Learning and Development working at Morel Poultry. Morel is a global leader in food processing technology equipment. We work together with Tilburg University for VR and maintenance. Within Morel we do have a lot of field service engineers. They are located globally. What we asked Tilburg University is to conduct research for us on how to educate our field service engineers and also how to do it efficiently.
We wanted to know what actually happens in VR trainings, not after training asking people, how did you feel, or asking people questions about to find out how they learn things. But we actually wanted to online be knowing what's going on in their mind and body when they were experiencing learning in VR.
With the use of virtual reality, you have equipment on site, basically in a virtual environment. So therefore we don't have to go to a local facility to conduct training, and we can train whenever and wherever we want. I think that if you look at some kind of a basic training, that should always be done in a normal classroom setting. But we do have a lot of engineers with a lot of experience, and I think it's good for them to train with virtual reality if they have to prepare for a specific job, which they don't have to do quite often.
My research question is how virtual reality training can be used to enhance learning outcomes like knowledge retention, transfer of knowledge from one context to the other, or performance. And it applies to both novice and experts.
I think with the use of virtual reality and with the use of, for example, eye tracking, it's very interesting for us to learn how do people learn in our organization. And we also saw that people learn differently. So therefore I think that the use of virtual reality, even in different settings, can be of a lot of added value for us.
I'm proud of my research actually, because I hope that what I did, it can be a small step, but also still a step in contributing to the practical knowledge of improving the effectiveness of virtual reality and new technologies in learning.
Sometimes we need to make a decision, is this from a theoretical perspective or from a practical perspective? But what I've learned from the research is that if you look at the self-confidence level of people who engage in a virtual reality training are a lot higher compared to someone who did a normal training. And therefore I think that it's really beneficial for morale to implement those outcomes in the learning solutions.
My main takeaway would be, learning is complex. There is no end to learn about learning.
Let's explore how data-driven strategies can help us communicate smarter and reduce risky behavior. Together with partners like Interpolis, we're uncovering the answers, using anonymized data to identify groups and reduce risky behavior through targeted strategies.
My name is Ruben Merks. I work at Interpolis. I'm the manager of Data Insights department at Interpolis. We worked together with Niloy and our aim was to use unsupervised learning to address certain segments in our client population in order to make our customers safer, because that's what we work on at Interpolis. We try to make our customers and the society safer.
You have some people who are really motivated by rewards, and there are some people who are adverse risk takers. They are not motivated by rewards, but they want to make sure that they keep what they already have. And can we detect that in the data? Through unsupervised learning was what my project was. So we actually had two main partners. One was Interpolis, of course, one of the largest insurers in the Netherlands, and the other one was the municipality of Tilburg. We had two approaches. We had several sets of supervised learning experiments and several sets of unsupervised learning experiments. For supervised learning, what we were interested in is try to get all the data we have and try to predict at a future time whether somebody is more likely to have claims. And for the unsupervised learning experiments, we wanted to group the data into different patterns, into different groups essentially, and then try to explore these groups to see whether there's a higher risk propensity for people living in those groups versus people in the other groups.
I think the key outcome is that unsupervised learning is a method we absolutely have to use to make more value out of our data sets. And another important thing for us is explainability of machine learning models. Machine learning models are really complicated models, and it's difficult to communicate how a model is working. So as a data scientist, I'm always aware of the fact that we have to work completely anonymously with the data, which was really good in the cooperation with the Tilburg University, is the way we worked with the integrity and the anonymous part of the data. Yeah.
At Interpolis we work a lot together with the academic world, so also with Tilburg University and with Mind Labs. When this project started, we saw it as a great opportunity for us to combine academic knowledge from the university, the Mind Labs organization, and our business experience that we have to see what we could gain from this cooperation.
I'm Alexander van Holstein. I'm a strategic advisor for the municipality of Tilburg. We are involved in the MasterMinds Predictive Analytics project because we like to learn how can we reuse our data sets to invent new policy. For us as a municipality, it has value to work together with Tilburg University. Yeah, they have a scientific viewpoint on artificial intelligence. For municipality Tilburg, we are more following the legislation and practical in applying it. And that the other view of the university offers new insights for us. I think the most important conclusion is that it's very important for us as a municipality to develop our own vision and view about the ethics in the use of artificial intelligence. And the university helped us to develop a certain framework to work in.
With partners like Spacebuzz and Zweissen, We're exploring how virtual environments and AI-driven teachers can transform learning in a rapidly changing world.
My name is Femke van der Lek and I'm Managing Director of Uitgeverij Zwijsen, a publisher for primary education. We work together on research on avatars with virtual reality, which could help children in the learning process.
Over the past 4 years, we conduct multiple experiments. So that includes investigating how the synthetic speech can be used for primary education and also how they can be used to enhance an overall learning experience. And then we also investigate how VR pedagogical agents, the presence and the outfit and also the environment can be used to stimulate more engagement, and also how the activity can be used to enhance the learning experience.
Avatars can help the teacher. Of course, the teacher is very important in the classroom, and if there's no teacher available, then an avatar can be an assistant of the teacher.
Now, the reason why we use avatars has everything to do with the STEAM topic. A very important topic for the future generation. It's really a topic which they should embrace, but it's also a very difficult topic for most of the children. It's not that accessible, and using virtual reality, so you can experience it, you can feel it and you can see it, makes the topic much more easy to understand. And when you couple that with a real-life human avatars, in our case even in the form of a national astronaut, a national hero, André Kuipers, that makes it even more easy for children to understand the topic and to embrace the topic. And we believe that's really important for their future. The world is changing rapidly. Technology will be one of the key components in finding those new solutions. So for the future generation, it's really important that they embrace STEAM education within their careers.
One of the important results we have is that the use of VR pedagogical agents really do help learning and engage students. That's the most important one. And one of the interesting things is that when the VR agent outfit and environment match the learning content, it also really greatly enhanced the student engagement because they are more active and paying more attention to the learning environment.
For us, it's very important to work together with Tilburg University because it's very important to work evidence-based to make the connection between research and the working field. In our learning materials, we make that connection.
The MasterMinds project symbolizes the core of what the Mind Labs ecosystem stands for. Collaboration between knowledge institutions and corporate partners to figure out where human and artificial minds can meet to provide solutions to real-world issues.
So MasterMinds to us is using technology to benefit society. So what we have done over the past few years was to aid on some of the projects of the PhD students, and that really inspired us to also do some projects of our own. With all these smaller projects, we also try to contribute to the overall MasterMinds project, and we've been very happy to collaborate with all the partners.
So the MasterMinds project started, well, quite a few years ago, in fact, with the invention of the Mind Labs initiative, where vocational education, universities of applied sciences and academic universities are working together with the corporate industry. So we had a number of affiliated partners who had questions, we had scientific questions, and we tried to find a match, and we managed to do that successfully.